Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The 12th Man. I'm your host Prakash and my co host Prati. And we're just coming off the end of the third round of the group stages. Oh my god, what an exciting round of games that was! I just almost every every group had a tight finish or a game that can be remembered for this World Cup. But what we'll be bringing to you right now would be what our predictions were, what we predicted the groups to be, and how these groups didn't listen to us and beat the status quo and completely change the table. So here's an episode of how wrong we were or how right. And let's start it off. We have Group A.
Yeah, so we predicted the first spot to go to Uruguay, given how good their team was. Second to go to Egypt because of Mohamed Salah and his influence and how good a season he's had for Liverpool. We thought that would transcend into the international stage. Third is we thought it would be Russia. And last but not least, or was least, it was Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. Hey. Well, they sort of like at least Uruguay listened to us and they were like, hey, you know what? We're gonna play the way we do. Amazing defense. Diego Godin and just like the
Jimenez,
whole like
yeah.
he himself is like a rock at the back as he is for Atletico Madrid. And with an attack of Cavani and Suarez, my God, such an awesome team, right? And that proved the fact that they were so strong and structured and compact. Uruguay didn't let in a single goal throughout the group stages, not one. So clean sheets all the way, 3 games, 3 wins, number one at the table. And then we had Russia. What do you think about Russia?
Well, there was certainly a surprise package. Well, kind of. Given that they were host nation, they ought to have come second, and they did, beating the likes of Saudi Arabia and Egypt quite comprehensively. And in the final round, they lost comprehensively to Uruguay, but they did enough to come second. And that was where
Especially that
yeah,
5-0 win at the
that was
start.
where we were wrong.
Yeah.
Because no matter how good Mohamed Salah is to do it alone,
Yeah, well, yeah, that's fair. You, it's a team sport. It's
yeah.
not an individual sport. You can have sparks of brilliance, momentary brilliance, but it takes a team for success in
And
football. So
yeah,
that's it.
but and
That was
yeah,
Group A.
that was Group A, and we move now to Group B. Is it worth mentioning that probably Saudi Arabia was probably a surprise as number three?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we,
With that win against Egypt
yeah.
at the end.
So anyway, let's move on to Group B, and well, we predicted Spain to come one, despite sacking their manager just 2 days before the World Cup.
It's such a strong team.
And Portugal to come second, given the Ronaldo factor. Iran to come third because of the Fergie's assistant factor.
Carlos Queiroz.
And finally, we thought Morocco would not have it in them to come third, and so we put them in last spot.
Right, we put them last. Yeah. And that was actually, I think this is one of the few ones where we were actually right about. Spain actually did come first, although they were tied on points with Portugal, and Portugal came second. Given the absolutely astounding, exciting 3-3 first game from this group, it was reply after reply, and it was a great game. And I think one of my favorite goals so far in the World Cup, that free kick from Ronaldo. And then Iran played to their strengths. They played defensively, they counterattacked, and they didn't give up. They didn't walk out of this World Cup with their heads down, and they did a really good job, I'd say. Morocco got their point. They got a point, which is great.
Yeah.
And I think this is good. We did a good job with this group. So we have all the predictions right. And yeah, good stuff. High five. Now we move on to Group C.
Yeah, and well, Group C, yeah, obviously. So we predicted France would come first, given how good their team were. What we didn't expect was how boring their team actually was going to be. Probably, and this round had its first ever 0-0 draw when France decided to hold back against Denmark.
Yeah, and after what two match days, 2 rounds of games, the third game, and out of all the teams you would have expected France to not give the first 0-0 game, but
And they drew against the team that came second in the group, which is Denmark, the Christian Eriksen team, and they were followed by Peru if I'm not.
Peru, which did have a lot of heart. Peru played with their hearts out on the sleeves. They attacked. They created many chances, and I guess they walked out with a deserved win.
Yeah,
Finally,
against the last team, which is Australia, who might be good at cricket, might be good at rugby, might be good in some other sport, but not football this year. Sorry, guys.
get out of football. That's not us. It's
So,
not for
so
you guys.
that's
Oh yeah, you're an Australian supporter. Boo. Now we have Group D, where we predicted Argentina to come first.
yeah.
Nigeria, because we're a little bit biased. We love their kids, so we said Nigeria is going to be number 2. And then we said Croatia 3, and sadly, the fairy tale had to end, and we said Iceland was going to be 4th.
Well, how
But
right
instead,
were we?
mm,
Well, Argentina definitely was a surprise package in this group.
it got to the point where it was surprising that Argentina actually made it. That final game with those two games happening at the same time, and every
Oof.
minute the table changing. That was such an exciting
Yeah,
time.
with
Yeah, I think that was actually one of the most, what would you call, butt clenching moments of this World Cup.
exactly. But
Squeaky
but the
bum.
table ended with Croatia being number 1 after beating Iceland 2-1, I think. Followed by Argentina, who of all people, Manchester United defender Rojo slotted one past.
With his right foot, that too. Like that, this guy can't even defend with. He's given so many penalties away with his right foot. Now all of a sudden he shows up with the striker's position and he scores a Suarez kind of goal.
Exactly, which meant that poor old Nigeria had to come third. This and it was sad that they only played with their awesome kit one round.
One, but they did win the game that they did play that
So
game,
why would
right?
you not wear
Yeah.
it after that?
No.
And finally, we had Iceland, who did well against Argentina, but it was difficult given the quality of the other teams. And so they came last, but they should hold their heads up high. They did well.
Definitely. So that's it for you guys. For now, we've done Group A, B, C, and D. Next video, keep your eyes out for our predictions from Group E, F, G, H. How well we did, how terrible we might have done, and how the games went from Group 3, and how excited we are for the next round of games. Catch you guys later. Bye bye.